In 1938, an archaeologist found a clay jar in Iraq. Inside it, a copper cylinder and an iron rod, arranged in a way that looked exactly like a battery, almost 2,000 years before batteries were supposedly invented. Scientists have actually built working replicas, and they generate electricity. A small amount, but real, measurable electricity. So why would ancient people in Mesopotamia need a battery? And if they didn't need electricity, what was this thing actually for? The object is called the Baghdad Battery, named for where it was found. It's a clay jar about 5 inches tall. Inside is a copper cylinder, sealed at the bottom with asphalt, and inside the copper cylinder, an iron rod suspended without touching the copper. If you fill the jar with an acidic liquid, vinegar, or grape juice, and connect a wire, you generate a small electrical current, around 1 volt. Not enough to power anything modern, but enough to be measurable, enough to be real. It's estimated to be around 2,000 years old, dating to the Parthian or Sassanid period, long before Alessandro Volta invented the modern battery in 1800. If this really was used as a battery, it would rewrite the entire history of electricity, which is exactly why this object has fascinated and divided historians for almost a century. Multiple similar jars have actually been found at the same site, suggesting this wasn't a one-off accident. It was made deliberately more than once. Whatever it was for, somebody clearly thought it was worth building several of them. The battery theory was first proposed in 1938 by a German archaeologist named Wilhelm Koenig. He noticed the copper cylinder showed signs of corrosion, consistent with an acidic reaction. Exactly the kind of corrosion you'd expect from prolonged electrochemical activity. In the 1940s, an Egyptologist actually built a working replica using grape juice as the acid. And it worked. It generated a small, steady electrical current. Multiple researchers since then have replicated similar results. So mechanically, the theory holds up. The jar absolutely can function as a battery. The big question is what they would have used the electricity for. The leading theory, electroplating, coating cheaper metal objects in a thin layer of gold or silver. Ancient artifacts from the same region show suspiciously thin, even gold plating. The kind of even coating that's hard to achieve without some form of electrical assistance. If true, this wouldn't be evidence of advanced technology being hidden from us. It would be evidence of practical craftsmen solving a real problem with the materials they had. Not magic, not aliens, just clever ancient metalworkers. Not everyone agrees this was ever used as a battery at all. Some archaeologists believe the jar's actual function was for storing sacred scrolls, pointing out that similar jar and rod arrangements have been found without any copper cylinder at all, suggesting the copper and iron arrangement could simply be coincidental, not a deliberate design for electricity. Other skeptics point out there's no supporting evidence, no wires, no devices it would have powered. No ancient texts from the region describe anything resembling electrical technology, which is a real gap. If they had real, intentional electrical knowledge, you'd expect some trace of it elsewhere. It's entirely possible this was simply a scroll storage jar that happened to be built from materials that, combined with liquid, can accidentally generate a small charge, without anyone at the time even realizing it or caring. We genuinely don't know which explanation is correct, and that uncertainty itself is the most honest answer this mystery has. Without more direct evidence, all anyone can offer is an educated guess. The Baghdad Battery might be the most quietly fascinating object in this entire field. Not because we know what it proves, but because we genuinely don't know, and the honest scientists admit that. It's a reminder that not every ancient mystery has a clean answer waiting to be found. Some questions just stay open. If you like sitting with mysteries that don't fully resolve, subscribe. Next week, we look at an island full of statues and the story almost everyone gets wrong.